Hey, this is Rick. Welcome back to my channel, Rick Loves Maria. Now, I know that I promised you a video. I was going to do the oil change on the Jeep. And I did change the oil on the Jeep, but I just forgot to do a video on it. So I apologize for that. But basically, you open the hood, you loosen up the cap, and then you climb under the Jeep and you loosen up the plug and drain all the oil out. Remove the filter, put the new filter on, put the plug back in, and then you pour more oil back in the top for the engine. The thing that I forgot to do was to put the cap. After I put the oil in the Jeep, I threw all the bottles away. I started it up just to make sure that it checked the dipstick to make sure it came up to the right level. I forgot to screw the damn cap back on the top of the engine. We got to Columbus and Maria smelled something, and it was the oil coming up, spewing up out of the engine and then burning on the engine. So I had to pull over and add more oil. I added like 2 quarts, and then I put the cap back on. Can't believe I forgot to put the cap on. Anyway, I screwed up on the oil change. So anyway, then we went and saw the ice skating downtown Columbus. That was kind of fun. I kind of liked that. So it was neat to see that ice skating live in person, that competition. The seats could have been a little bigger. They were kind of tight seating, but that's Nationwide Arena over in downtown Columbus. I think apparently there's a hockey team that plays there. I don't know. I parked at the baseball stadium parking lot. It was only like $3.50 to park. At the Nationwide Arena, they wanted $75 to park. So anyway, that was interesting, fun, and entertainment. Then we went to eat at a place called Bonifacio, some kind of a Filipino restaurant. They were full. It was packed and loud. So we got our food to go and ate it when we got home. It was good. The chicken, I had the chicken, it was good. So anyway, it was a fun weekend. I'm still working to try to repair the clothes dryer at home. It broke and quit drying. Little did I know, there's a heating element under there that when you start the dryer, it ignites the gas. It gets red, glowing hot, just for a minute, and ignites the gas while the gas starts to burn. I didn't know that that's the part that was broken. It had a crack in it, and I was replacing other parts. I replaced the coils, and then I replaced 3 other sensors, and the dryer still didn't work. So I put the old coils back on, and then I touched that igniter, and sparks shot out of it when it made contact with the other side. So it fell apart. There's a big chunk missing out of it. So anyway, I ordered a new igniter heating element, and that's going to be in probably next Thursday or Friday. It was like $14 on Amazon. All these parts I've been ordering off Amazon. So each time I order, it takes almost a week for them to arrive. So anyway, It's been a real pain in the butt without a clothes dryer at home for the past couple weeks. We had to run over to Stockport to Katie's Suds and Duds to get the laundry dry. So hopefully I'll have the dryer back in action next week. I also got the leak fixed where the spigot outside was leaking. I got the water turned off, and I just went ahead and removed the spigot and put a shut-off valve right there where it was, and put insulation back in there. I don't have anything for a spigot outside the house right now if I want to wash, and I'm just gonna roll with that until summer gets here, because I don't want to have anything else freeze up and start leaking. I'm tired of the disaster with pipes freezing. I mean, the ground is saturated outside anyway at this point with all the rain that we've had. Everything is saturated. I went to pick up the trailer and it was so muddy up there. I got it all over my shoes. So anyway, yeah, we've had more than our fair share of rain lately. They were actually calling for flooding in McConnellsville, and it looked like the river was rising when I left. So that's what's going on with that. I put the new grill on the Jeep I showed you. It looks good. Even in the daylight, it looks good. I like the silver paint that I got on the grill. It looks better. Looks like an improvement to me. And yeah, that's pretty cool. So Maria's, sore from working so much. I'm tired of work. Trying to find a way to retire, baby. I can't find a way to retire early, so I don't know. I'm down here at the DC right now. I'm early. In a couple hours, my load should be ready to haul up to Wisconsin. Hopefully, there's no snow and ice. I need to start checking the weather up that way before I head out. So I filled up last night when I got here at the TA, and I got diesel and DEF tanks both full. So everything's going okay. Yep. Let's see. It's nearing the end of January. So we got all of our tax forms should be arriving in the mail by the end of this week, and we should be able to make our appointment with H&R Block to get our taxes done. Our annual tax appointment, to get that done and hopefully get a refund. I'd like to see a bigger refund than last year. I can't remember if it was like around $2,000 last year. I think it wasn't enough. I think it ought to be double that when you have a child in the home. But anyway, whatever. I'm having my breakfast this morning. I got a little chicken sandwich and a coffee, cold coffee. Sometimes that's all I have for breakfast is coffee. It depends on how hungry I am when I wake up. Cloudy day. I haven't seen the sun. Let's see, has it been a week? I think it might have been a little bit this weekend. I was running back and forth to the hardware store a lot this weekend, but anyway, I had to buy a socket, like about a 1/4-inch socket, just to take the screws out of the dryer. I didn't have the right socket. I mean, for me, that's unbelievable with all the tools that I've had over the years, for me to not have the correct size socket. I thought I had every millimeter size that they made, at least the metric ones. I haven't done anything with ASE size sockets in years since I stopped working on antique cars. I haven't been using any American size tools in years. That they just don't come in useful for anything. Everything's all metric sized now, so who knows why I couldn't find the right socket. So I guess there was some football games last night. As I was driving down here, I missed both football games. Apparently Kansas City and San Francisco are going to the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, and I think it's in Las Vegas is what I'm hearing. So whatever, I'll probably watch it just because it's the last game, the Super Bowl. I'm not interested in watching the halftime show. From what I hear about who's singing, I couldn't care less about that. So, yeah, no big deal. So it was kind of windy last night. The flags were standing straight out, and I was empty. And it was kind of blowing me around the interstate a little bit coming down here. It was blowing me around. So I was glad to drop the trailer and get parked. It looks calm this morning. There's no wind anymore. I think that storm kind of wrapped around as it spun, as it went up to the northeast. The rotation of it kind of wrapped around, and then the wind came back down out of the north. So I'm surprised. I mean, it was right at 35 last night. I was watching the temperature as I was driving in the rain. It was getting down from like 38. It dropped down to 35. And I thought, oh, hell, watch the road start freezing, and start getting some ice if it drops a few more degrees. Because it didn't look to me like they had put anything on the roads because it was so much rain. So I was curious if it was going to start icing up last night, and luckily it didn't. Once I got down to Indiana, the roads were mostly dry at that point, all the way across 50 to get over here. So that's it. Life is good. I just gotta run another week, keep paying the bills. I got the Valentine's on order. Hopefully that will be a surprise. I'm not going to say anything else about that. Everything else is paid up. I just got to pay, the BP and the Wells Fargo. And February will be here. By the end of this week will be February. I'm actually looking forward to spring. Really, a lot. Looked at the empty house across the street from us this week, and it really has a bad floor plan. The only good thing about it was the kitchen is nicely done, and it has a nice laundry room with carpet. So, anyway, that's the only nice thing about that. I could put down carpet in our laundry room. I may do that. I may actually do that. Put carpet down in there. That would not be a bad idea. Yeah. So, other than that, everything is good. I know Maria's sore and her work is so physically demanding. I really would like to see a change happen there, but I don't know how to. She likes her co-workers, so I don't know. I just worry about her getting hurt, getting injured. I don't want to see anybody hurting or in pain that much. You know, it's just not worth it. She's so smart and talented. She can do almost anything, you know. So anyway, I worry about her more than I worry about myself, I think, at this point. All right. Well, y'all stay warm. Winter's not over yet. Yeah, we're going to have a heat wave here maybe this week, but you and I both know that winter's not over yet. There's still going to be some days when driving is going to be a challenge. So, I took another video last night. Someone else passing me into oncoming traffic. That's the second time in 2 weeks I've had somebody pass me heading into oncoming traffic on the wrong side of the road, heading toward another vehicle. Trying to create a head-on collision. The one last week I moved over. Luckily I had another lane to my right, an emergency lane that I was able to move over and let them go by without crashing into each other. Otherwise it would have been a head-on. The one yesterday, that Ford SUV sped up and got around me just in time before that other car. I think the other car coming the other way slowed down a lot. He saw what was happening. So I don't know what's wrong with people. They think they're invincible or something. They just drive head on. They're so intent on getting around the slow truck that they don't give a shit what's in front of me. They must want around me so bad that they're willing to risk their life to die to get around this slow truck. It just doesn't make any sense to me. People are just losing their minds out here. So let's see if we can do another week of safe driving. All right, thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you. Bye.